Hello boys and girls. Today is the day you'll always remember. It's the day that you almost called Captain Boba Fett. Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Bit of a different one this week. I'm just going to show you some clips from the past that I have trawled from YouTube, all about my time in the past as a certain pirate captain. You'll notice I'm staying away from saying names because the powers that be at Facebook have decided to remove my page because I was an impersonator. Yeah, apart from Johnny Depp himself, everyone's an impersonator. Anyway, a lot of you watching this channel will know that I did the best part of 11 years as the aforementioned pirate captain. I went out and about all over the place, different events and stuff, and after about 5 years of it, I began to resent it. It felt like a job. I mean, it kind of was a job for a while, but I was beginning to not enjoy it because that's all I was doing, and people just seemed to be I don't know, it's like it's almost like I lost myself. I was doing it so often. At one point I was doing almost 2 pirate engagements a week, and while it was fun to begin with, after a while I was like, is this all I am to everybody? Is this all I do now? And I needed a break. So I gave it another 4, 5, 6 years, beginning to resent every second of it. And then I retired it. And people kept asking me, can you do my birthday party? Can you do my kid's birthday party? All this kind of stuff. So I ended up selling the entire suit. So I literally couldn't do it. And then I kind of had 2 years off, and it was great. But then I was like, oh, I want to go to a convention and I need a costume. So I kind of missed it. Anyway, fast forward to 2023, I was asked if I would bring said pirate captain back in order to do my favorite event of the year, Glaston Selfie, which is a charity festival here in South Wales. And so I thought, well, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to go back to the charity festival, and like I promised, and I get to remake the costume. Now in 2020, late 23, I did that. I decided to go really cheap with the costume this time. My last costume, which you'll see in these upcoming clips, was, when you add it all up, we're talking the best part of £1,500 to £2,000, which is great considering it looks like a mess, but that's what you pay. Nowadays, the prices for Captain Sparrow bits and wigs and beads and belts and everything else have gone through the roof. I've discovered over time that people don't really care how cheap your costume is. If you've got the walk and the talk, which I kind of have, or at least I'm good enough, people don't really mind if you've paid 60 quid for a bead, you know, or 200 quid for a wig. 200 quid is cheap for a wig, by the way. The wig you'll see in these clips is about 250 quid, and that was second hand. Nowadays, wigs will start at about 250 and finish at over $1,000, which I just think is crazy. They look great, they look exactly film accurate, but there's a lot of profiteering going on. You can, and I am putting together a wig from a basic brown wig and some dreadlocks and some beads and all this other stuff for under £100. I'm doing everything on the cheap this time because it's a bit of fun, to be honest. I'm not obsessed with screen accuracy anymore. So anyway, with that said, coming up in 2025 will be some more piratey videos as I get sort of not back into it on a regular basis, but more on a fun basis, the conventions and the occasional charity. I'm not going to be doing birthday parties and the opening of a fridge door. Anyway, here are some clips that I cobbled together from the internet, many of them from a mate of mine who's since disappeared off social media altogether. So I hope he doesn't mind me borrowing his clips. You will see with the previous clip that just came on was when we were at Cardiff Comic Con a few years ago. with the late great Jeremy Bulloch, aka Boba Fett. Rest in peace. And coming up are some clips of me wandering around Cardiff Bay that I did for many years, Cardiff Bay beach event every summer. And there's a time-lapse photo of me getting ready from this to this, and whatever else I can find. So look out next year for more piratey stuff. If you have known me and seen me as the pirate captain for a long time, I will be making a new Facebook page. It'll probably be something under the name of the Cardiff Pirate. Got to keep it vague so I don't get Facebook throwing their toys out the pram at me. So enjoy the things. If you don't know me as the pirate, you will be seeing a bit more of me doing this kind of stuff, mainly for fun. Enjoy the clips, and I will see you at the end of the video. Okay, so this just had a music track to it originally, so I thought I'd talk over it to give you some idea. First thing I ever do is to use Copydex glue to glue the beard braids into my real beard. It doesn't take too long. It uses warmth to dry off because it's rubber latex glue, and I often fan them, but I'm very careful, especially when I'm showing my body, to stick those things on, and they work just as well as any expensive prosthetic glue. So then the shirt on. I don't always put a glove on, but I've got some fake tan there that generally from the eyebrows down, stick a few blobs on, spread it out as best I can, just use an old sponge. I don't use any expensive makeup materials. The fake tan is about under £10 for a tube that lasts for years. Copydex glue is about £5 or £6. That will last for many years. So I'm basically doing as much as I can under the chin, V-neck. It does dirty the shirt, but the dirty shirt looks really well, looks pretty good. So I took a little toilet break there. So now for the tricky bit is the eyes. I do the top and the bottom of the eyes. I put a lot on the top eyelid because it tends to wear off over time, and when I'm out and about as a pirate, I will put the eye pencil in my pocket, so if I get a chance to get near a mirror to touch it up, I will add extra on there. As you can see how much I put on there, and I tend to blur it with my little finger just to smudge it a bit, because if it's too neat it just looks fake. Now I'm using brown mascara on my beard and moustache, which I never used to have to do, but I have got old. So it's a trick to try and get all the way around and cover all the grey hairs and darken the moustache. Brown mascara is better than black. I used to use black and it looked like a stuck-on moustache, but now it's you can see I'm smoothing it out on the eyes. Right, now I've put the waistcoat and trousers on. This is an old sash made from cotton ticking, which is not screen accurate, but now it lives in Bristol with another pirate friend of mine. 2 belts. This is the Dead Man's Chest version, so he's got only 2 belts, which is the version I like the most. The accoutrements are hanging off most of the belts. And now for the wig, my least favourite part because it's hot and itchy, but you get it all on. Then you get the bandana folded in the right way. Make sure to get the ponytail and the sail needle out, then the plait at the back. And you can see I'm trying to tie it 3 or 4 times because it is tricky. Then the final charm held on with a little piece of wire, and we're done. So here's the next one. Around 2014 to 2016, and maybe a few years after that, I went to Cardiff Bay Beach, where I was there once a week for a good few hours, posing for photos with the punters. This is a time lapse obviously, but it shows you what I do multiple times during the day. I know all the people there who are working there, and it was nice of them to have me there. It was very hot days, very long days, very exhausting, but it was fun, and I was treated really well by everybody, especially the organizer's wife, who ran the food and drink store, would give me free cold drinks every time I needed them, which was nice of her, and pancakes and things. All sorts of stuff going on at Cardiff Bay. It does still happen every summer. I think it's moved a little bit further down the coastline a little bit, but I'm posing for photos with a lot of kids. Everyone's generally very nice. You do get some obnoxious little kids who want to spoil it for everyone else by telling them, you know, I'm fake and I'm not real and they hate me and everything, but I just walk up to people. Very few people are freaked out. Most people are got a good sense of humor. I like to mess about and surprise the kids. These girls all work for the organizer and they were fantastic, all of them lot up there. Haven't seen them for years, missed them all. This was like, oh yeah, give me your phone and take a photo with me. So that worked out well. I nearly ran off with the phone. Every time somebody gives me a phone, I say, you've just met the Cardiff phone thief. By the way, if anyone recognizes anyone on this photo, this video, and wants it removed or censored, let me know, and I'm more than happy to remove said people from the video. The boat tours are very busy in Cardiff Bay. There are a number of companies. This is one of them. And I've literally, it's the Cardiff water bus, obviously. They take you across the bay. I forget the name of the lady here who is the person who runs it, but she's great. I've had many free trips with them, stretching back to 2000. And unfortunately, there's no sign of the Daffodil, which is the main little pleasure boat cruise run by Captain Ben, or Captain Gorgeous as he likes to be known, but he wasn't there at the time of filming this. He was out and about. So I'm like, come on you lot, come on, get off. I keep saying it's £10 to get on and £100 to get off. Come on kids, get off. Point my gun at them. Everyone's a good laugh. I've met police officers there. No one took any issue with me having a gun and a sword. Everyone is reasonably laid back. People shout things at me and they're like, can we have a photo? So I've had some photos taken, and I never charge for photos, by the way. You know, I'm there, I'm hired to be there, or I was hired to be there. So I don't charge for photos. I'm there to try and make people happy, not take their cash off them. Just giving people some publicity. Lindsay, she's also related to one of the organisers. She's a wonderful person. And now a touch of sadness. The fun house here, always good fun. They always let me mess around on the fun house. But I decided to go on there, and if you just look inside the ticket office there, that's a young girl called India, who sadly is no longer with us. Very sad, and she'll be very, very missed. We interrupt this video to bring you some post. Related to the video, I ordered a new wig, a basic wig for my Jack Sparrow, which I'm going to add all the bits to. It's in a box this big, which kind of worries me. Should we have a look? I've not opened this yet. Okay. Maybe it's, well, you can't send it in a huge bag, can you? Oh, wow. So it comes with giant afro comb type thing. The usual stuff you're not supposed to eat. A leaflet. A hairnet. A card that says could be better. It could be better. So look. Colour swatches, etc. Okay. So let's have a look. Right, so it's a very dark brown, which is fine. It's already in a hairnet. Okay. With the tag. Wigs tend to get bigger once you've taken the hairnet and everything off them. Let's have a go at that. It's expanding. Oh, look at that. That's all right. It looks very black in the picture because we're right next to a window, but it is a nice kind of very dark brown. But when the light hits it, it's a bit of a lighter brown sheen on it. Wavy was what I wanted, as long as possible, so you can do the big plait at the back. Bit of a packing paper there. Wee lace front, which I'm going to leave on this time, because the bandana needs to hold it onto my head rather than slipping around like my previous wig. Okay, it's got the adjustable straps either side here for making it tighter. but being a man with a big head, probably don't need to use those, but yeah. Ooh. This was 25 quid from Amazon. It's a Chinese manufacturer, but it arrived overnight, so this was obviously in UK stock. I'm not going to stick it on now, sorry, but that's okay. Look, it's lovely at the moment. Before long, it's going to just be matted rat's tails, isn't it? Such is the life of a Jack Sparrow wig, but it's got a realistic centre parting. I like that. And okay, sorry, back to the videos. Yarr, wasn't that fun? Well, for me, I think it was fun 60% of the time. At the time I gave up doing the pirate, I was enjoying it not very much. I was trying to stay professional in character, but the whole before and after was becoming a bit stressful. But this is why, coming back for 2025, I will be focusing on my own enjoyment of it. I'll do it for only as long as I want to do. I'll only go where I want to go. I will only appear where I want to appear and when I want to appear. And I'm not going to let it rule my life. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. They say, get a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But I'm telling you that if you get a job you love and it becomes a job, you'll soon stop loving it. So be careful. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. I will see you next time. Take care now. Yarr. Bye-bye then.